Rodney actually is just getting out the hospital, so he's off resting. We're here to elevate you, educate you, and entertain the culture. And you know we love to discuss the uncomfortable. I'm your host, Kisei. I already said that, but to say it again. And you know we're going to keep it raw, relevant, and very real. So make sure you got your tea, your coffee, whatever you need to vibe, because we got lots of stuff to talk about today. All right? So, first, we're going to go ahead and dive into our daily segments, our affirmation, intention, and current events. And our main topic is today in Black History. So, let's get into it. All right, so our affirmation of today is I affirm, oh, I'm sorry. I honor those who came before me by stepping boldly into my greatness. And say that with me. I honor those who came before me by stepping boldly into my greatness. So, um, it's funny because yesterday, a couple days ago, was it yesterday? Day before yesterday, I was going through, I'm doing like a lot of cleaning out, getting rid of a lot of old energy and stuff like that. So, I was going through my mom's pictures. Now, my mom's been going since '09, but she was like, I love pictures and I know where I got it from because she loved them too. So I found an old picture. It was an old picture of my nanny and her siblings and their father. Okay. So our family is the Smart Robinson family, and it's a lot of us. Okay. So my great grandfather, Papa, was one of 22. Okay. And then he had my grandmother and her sisters, and it was 11 of them all together. So I have a lot of answers, and I posted a picture yesterday, and they're all deceased now. I'm gonna pull it up here so you guys can see it. If you're on my social media, you see me post it yesterday. But I just want to show you guys how nice this is. Let me see. I posted so much stuff yesterday. I've been like on a post rampage. Like, this is Black History, but it's extra blackly black for me. All right. Let me see. Where's the pictures? How can I get to my pictures? I don't even know how to get to my pictures from. Oh, here we go. So this, I don't know. I'm putting it here. I'm putting it here too. But this is I don't know if you guys can see it there. But this is my great grandfather in the middle, and these are all his children, my nanny and her siblings. And in this picture, living, it was three of them that was living and missing. And then you guys seen it on Instagram. And then they had two that were already deceased. So needless to say that these were a group of my grandmother and her sisters, because Uncle Les and was basically my grandmother and them kind of raised themselves because their mother died when Nanny was like 6 months old. So, and she's the youngest, so they basically raised themselves. But they they grew up like it was basically a slave quarters. It was called Walker's Quarters, and still some of those little houses are down there today. Still, they're little shacks now. But that was the first time that I was 6 years old. The first time I had ever been out of state that I can remember, and it's when Papa died. That was my first time ever seeing him. When Pop that I can remember, because apparently he was in New Jersey. I just didn't. I don't remember meeting him because I was just too young. So um, his funeral was the first time I actually seen him, and it was my first time down south. Now I was trying to figure out how come this house only got 3 rooms, and we had a pee. And my cousin pulled the pee pot from underneath the bed one time for my cousin Zell. Hey Zell, she's watching, and she pulled the pee pot from underneath the bed, and we was looking like, well, what you about to do with that? You said you had to go pee, didn't you? Then I couldn't figure out why did they talk like that too. So we didn't pee in there. I don't think we even could, but yeah. But this was I was, like I said, I was 6. They were still living in the slave quarters. We didn't have a bathroom. We had the peapod or the outhouse. We couldn't go. My mother didn't allow us in the outhouse. Um, we couldn't go. We couldn't go in the outhouse. So you had to use that peapod or whatever. We didn't have any running water inside. You had to warm the water up out. You had to run the water from outside and then warm it up. Um, we did have a little kitchen. It was a little kitchen with a refrigerator, but it was only 3 rooms, and I just couldn't understand how people could live like that. It was a farm, and I didn't know. I had at this, like I said, I'm 6 years old at this point, so I had never seen anything like that before. But I spent a lot of summers down in Mount Vernon. One time for Mount Vernon, let me get my claps up here, because I got to give Mount Vernon a shout out because that's where I was raised at every summer. Hmm. Sometimes it acts right and sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, so one time for Mount Vernon. Um, so yeah, that's where the ancestors started. That's where they started, and they had a lot of stories to tell. Growing up, I used to listen to my grandmother and her sisters talk, and it was very entertaining to say the least. Listening to all those older women, and of course, when I was younger, I used to think they was crazy until I want to say I was about 15 or 16 years old, and then I realized that they got a lot of juice over here. Let me listen to what these women have to say. And I hate that I had a good time with them, but I wish I was older to really appreciate them the way I wish the way I really would have appreciated them. But I did I have a lot of respect for them, a lot of appreciation for them, and I love the ancestors, and I'm grateful. I've met all. Well, I didn't meet. No, I met all the ones that were living during my time. I met them. Uncle Les, I didn't have that much of a memory of because I didn't start going down to Mount Vernon to like for the summers until I was like 12, and I don't know if he was already passed by then. I think he may have already passed by then, but all the sisters, the Golden Girls, I got a chance to really appreciate them. Mount Vernon, Georgia is in it's in Mount Vernon, Georgia isn't where Mount Vernon is. Mount Vernon, Georgia is we are we actually have a college in our town too, Bruton Parker College. One time for Bruton Parker. We actually are. Let me see. Is this down? Oh, I don't know why it's not playing. But we are. If you take 16, hour and a half. We always I don't really do that because I haven't seen my folks in Atlanta. I always fly to Savannah. I always fly to Atlanta and then drive to the country. So yeah, and our we only have a population of 2,000 people still right now. Still right now. Mm-hmm. So, hey Nance, what's up? Happy Black History Month. So yeah, so that's where it was a good time growing up with them. All right, so I definitely honor those who came before me because they went through a lot. Listening to them, like my grandparents, they were very racist, but I could understand why. I didn't get it until I was older, but I can understand why. Like they went through a lot. They went through a lot. My grandfather couldn't stand white people. He would tolerate them, but he couldn't stand it. But then when I started listening to their stories and stuff like that, I could completely understand why they didn't like white people. My mother, however, my mother was a whole hippie. Like I didn't know my mother. I had no idea about racism or hate or anything like that until I got to school. When they say that racism is taught, racism is absolutely taught because I didn't know anything about that. My house was like United Immigrants. Okay, my parents had friends from all over the globe. Only people I remember seeing back then is Indians. But honey, black, white, Chinese. Two of her best girlfriends, Darlene and Joy, is white. So when I get to school and I learned about Martin Luther King and white people didn't like black people, I came home like, white people don't like black people? She's like, oh, you can tell she was like upset that, and she was like, no, no, no. She had explained to me that um, Savannah's a beautiful place. She had explained to me, like, you treat everybody the same. Don't worry about color. And I was just so confused because, like I said, at my house, we had all kinds of races. So it was never, people weren't different to me. They didn't, of course I seen, like you could tell the different colors, but like everybody loved each other. There was no, you was no distinction. Like nobody was Joy and Darlene wasn't getting treated different because they were white. They was just getting treated like Joy and Darlene. Huh? I don't know who's that's from, but anyway. So I definitely honor those who came before me. Let that sink in about, and honestly too, I feel like if people understood really what I seen a meme over the, not a meme, it was a video over the weekend, was saying how when you teach children about black history, they, oh, thank you, I appreciate that, Marvin. Can you give me some likes? Thank you. They they act better. They grow up, they respond better to everything. It's very important. I always say when I hear like the gangs and stuff fighting, I'm like, if they really understood what they can do with, you know, if they really understood the impact that they had and what they can do, it would be major. Like instead of us killing each other, like y'all killing the wrong people. Y'all killing people over territory, when it's like, hi, over territory. And it's like, at the end of the day, that territory is not yours. Because if the government wants to come in and take it and put you up, guess who's going to do that? So I really hope that people, um, that we start understanding how important it is to uplift each other and stick together, especially right now with this climate of going on. We're not safe. We're not safe. So it's definitely necessary for us to band together and start acting right. All right. So today's intention is about, um, you want to definitely be intentional about your learning, and sharing our history today. And not even just today, every day. Like I've been on a rampage. Like I said, it's Black History, but it's extra blackity black. Okay? Because listen, we have one thing for sure. When I was in school, the only thing though, I feel like the only black people that we learned about was Martin Luther King and Mary McLeod Bethune. All right, and we all know. Listen, there's so many more black historians and history makers. Sister, you leaving?
I am. Well, when I find my keys. Oh, you take them?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I can't find my keys.
Are they in the? I didn't see him in the kitchen. Did you bring him in? You locked the car?
I had them in my pocket. I hope they didn't drop out.
They had to drop out. They had to drop out. But be intentional about. They have so much stuff on, and like I'm gonna share because listen, I don't really have no set skit today. I'm really gonna be going through my phone, and we're gonna be talking about Black history. It's all about Black history. Okay. So make sure you're reading an article, watching a documentary, or having a conversation about our history. Make it a point to engage with our about our Black history and beyond this month. Okay, keeping Black history. I'm always going to support us. I'm always hollering Black. I'm always for us all the time. I ain't see him in the kitchen either. Oh, you so silly. You walked around. You didn't want to be on the camera.
Not at all.
She funny. My brother be the same way. He went, The other brother. So this morning I'm drinking, this tea is so hard, but it's good for you. So I'm drinking the Goddess's tea. If you guys seen the Black Goddess, she's floating around on, I've seen, oh, thank you. Thank you. Can you guys give me some likes too? I need some more likes. I appreciate you. The Goddess, she's floating around on, I seen her on Facebook. She's probably on Instagram too. She always has like pink on or something like that. The Goddess collection. So we have her skin glowing tea, her blood purifier, and then I have some mugwort tea. I have it all mixed in. I was drinking it for like 2 weeks straight. It was just so hard. I had to go back to my green tea, but I came back to this today. Only because it's good for you, but it's gross. I need to put some milk in here or something. It's real hard. It's real hard. Oh, Champ, you just missed it. I was just talking about Mount Vernon one time for Champ. That's my BFF from Mount Vernon. I'm trying to clap for you, Champ. I don't know why it's not working today. My clapping works when it wants to. Yeah, nothing's working this morning. So one time for Mount Vernon. You found him? Oh, you leave. That's why you leaving. Oh, let me take this out so I can give you a real hug. Hold on, y'all. I gotta hug my sister. She leaving. Oh, I love you. Oh, you bring my car key back with you.
Oh yeah. Remind me, text us and remind
He'll remind you. He'll remember. But yeah, I'll remind y'all too. Be safe. Let me know when you get there.
I definitely will.
Have fun. I'm so excited. So, in case for those of you who don't know, my brother is over in St. Thomas, living his best life for the next 3 months probably. And of course, so everybody's trying to go over there and see him. I'm going next month. I'm going on the 13th to the 17th. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go and I'm so excited. I already bought my ticket and everything. And see you later. I already bought my ticket and everything, so I'm so excited to go. I can't wait. Let me see. Yes, each one teach one. Learn from that. Like each one and teach one. That's right, Monty. You gotta teach them your experience. The more our young generation knows, the better off they'll be. You know, y'all can get your education. Like we're so excellent. We have invented so much stuff, and they really had us thinking that our history started with slaves. That's what they had me thinking. I'm thinking that black people started with slavery, and that's so not the truth. We are kings and queens, and we need to act as such. Okay? We need to start acting as such. Adjust these crowns and act like the kings and queens that we are. All right? So our word of the day is so appropriate. It is resilience. It's the ability to recover from challenges and keep pushing forward. And if there's one thing Black history teaches us is that resilience is in our DNA. Like we're the only race that can have nothing and make something. I mean, when I tell you nothing, we made something out of nothing. When we were emancipated, these people were so pissed off, they just like kicked a lot of people out with nothing, with just nothing. And then we still rose up, you know. And it's so sad because white people, I'm convinced they don't want us to have an equal opportunity because they think we're like them. Like they some straight savages. They can't stand to see any other race have anything great. Like when we had Black Wall Street, they came and took it hell. When they came over here to the Indians, I read something about that too. When they came over here, when Christopher Columbus discovered America, like they just came in and took stuff. Like that's what they can't stand it. They can't stand. Just work for your own shit. I said it. Work for your own shit. It's terrible. It's terrible. And then like you see the president taking away the DEI situation, and it's like, do you know that white women are the ones who benefited the most from that? Like, come on. It's crazy. It's so crazy. But listen, we've got to stay resilient, and we really got to step our game up and practice the Black excellence that we are. Okay? All right, so what do we have next? Our current events. So, gosh. It's so... current events. Also, guys, on February 28th, we're having a blackout. They don't want us to buy from any major corporations. So, no Amazon, no Target, because allegedly Target is talking about they're going to bring back their diversion, equality, and inclusion situation. Oh, what you bringing it back for now? Because you've seen that we make a difference in your pocket. Now you want to bring back the diversion? I never shopped at Target anyway, and I'm definitely not about to start And I'm disappointed for y'all who do. Like, they don't care about you. They care about their money. Because if that was the case, they would have never took it away. So y'all go right ahead and go shop with them. So this one I'm drinking is an enzyme drink that I made. It's really good for fat burning. And since I had a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich this morning, I did have some mangoes too. Since I had bacon, egg, and cheese this morning, I think it's only appropriate for me to drink this enzyme drink so it can burn that fat. I only ate half of it though, but it was good. So yeah, so I make this enzyme drink. It's pineapples and lemon. I'll throw some rosemary in there, some ginger, but I make it and I let it sit for ferment for a few days. My homeboy, but I had told my homeboy, one of my homeboys in jail, what I was making one time. He was like, "Say, that's what we make in jail. Like, you gonna be drunk if you let it sit too long." And I let it sit too long. I definitely was like, "Whoa, okay, this is what he was talking about." But it's really good for the gut. So that's what this is. Not, I mean, usually when people see a red cup, they associate that with alcohol, but I'm not drinking right now. I'm fasting until I'm not fasting. That might be this afternoon, but no, I haven't been drinking. I haven't been smoking either. I smoked a little bit, nothing like I normally smoke though. And you would think right now with the height of everything, I need to be smoking, but I haven't. I haven't been doing anything. So guys, let's make sure we are supporting Black businesses. They only want, for February 28th, they only want us to support small mom and pop businesses, okay? So no major corporations, no Amazon, no Target, no Walmart, no food, no door dashing, none of that, all right? So make sure we're cooking that day. Make sure if you are supporting businesses, thank you for all those hearts. If you are supporting businesses, make sure that they are small mom and pop businesses and in your local town. Don't give these people your money because they need to really see that. And it was a white man who spread this. I think it's just everybody, not just Blacks. Everybody is because these people they're out of control. Your president is out of control. Yeah. So they need to see that when we don't spend our money, that we have a choice because he's trying to control the whole situation. Like we don't have no say in nothing. It's like, did y'all see the clip of the man that he was blocking the federal government door or something like that? Aunt Maxine was there. She was telling him to move out the way. We pay your way and stuff like that. Like they getting real bold. It was whatever Elon Musk is in charge of, the money and stuff. He got these people out here posted where they couldn't get in. They couldn't get in this building. But honey, our good girlfriend, what is her name? I feel so bad. I cannot remember this girl's name. It's Jessica. Wait a minute. That's terrible. I should know her name. I love her too. I watch her all the time. Oh my God. That's not Jessica. The black girl. The black girl that be running around talking. I love her. Let me see. She's a representative for us. Jasmine Crockett. I love her. Y'all, it's a shame I forgot her name, but Jasmine Crockett, she, between her and Aunt Maxine, we definitely gonna be okay. I mean, like, they making noise. So we just gotta get behind them and help too. So whatever we can do to join it, pull together and really let people know, like, we make a difference, we need to do that. Okay? So, yeah. So what else is going on? What else he got going on? Let me see what else he said. So did y'all watch the Super Bowl last night? I watched some of it, but I wasn't really into it. So the Eagles did, the part that I did watch, I said, damn, this is before halftime. I only wanted to see the halftime show. But before halftime, it was like 23-0. I was watching it. I said, are they throwing this game? Because I just felt like they was like letting people run past them and like they was intercepting balls. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? I feel like they were just like, well, we made it here, and that's all that mattered. After that, nothing was relevant. So one time for the Eagles, Eagles for their win. My clapping ain't working. was off the chain. My homeboy one time for spin, I can't even give him a shout out either. But one time for my homeboy Buckshot, I was like, yeah, I'm a He's like, you want to come this weekend, right? And I was gonna go to Philly, but then I thought about it, I'm not going to Philly. My brother's like, oh, the Super Bowl isn't there. I'm like, it does not matter. Philly, those people are crazy. Those fans. They are out of control. And yo, it was lit in there. I see one. No, that was New Orleans. But I'm sure it was lit in Philly too. I just haven't talked to my Philly people. I see someone this morning texting me. But what are he saying today? They're removing the light pole by the end of the week. What light pole is this? Lord have mercy. Look, Philly. He just sent me a video of Philly. Honey, they taking down. Yo, Philly crazy. They taking down traffic signs and everything. They off the chain out there in Philly. They off the chain. I want y'all to keep that same energy and make sure we do not shop on February 28th. I need y'all to have the same drive as those Philly fans, and not stick together like the Philly fans. Because the Eagle fans, I feel like they stick together. Them and the Cowboys, I feel like, and the Patriots, I feel like those people are like really crazy about their teams. But I need y'all to band together and make sure we are not shopping on the 28th. All right. What else do we have? So celebrity news. We have the one time for the black quarterback of the Eagles. What's his name? Jalen Hurts. One time for Jalen. He's been their quarterback since 2020. And he has in 2021 he had a 3,700 passing yards, 760 rushing yards, and 35 total touchdowns. Damn, the Eagles are off the chain. Do you know also that they were saying that when the NFL started giving out packages, when they started compensating people for the concussion situation, you remember when that all came out, when they were realizing, I forgot what it's called, when they were realizing that these guys were getting concussions from years and years of getting beat up. Do you know that the NFL tried to give black people less settlement money because they said that we didn't have the same mental capacity as white people? What kind of, like, yo, they disrespect us so much. Like, if it wasn't for black people, a lot of these fabulous buildings would not even be built. Like, this country was built on our blood for free, and they be so disrespectful to us. You know, it's like, where's our reparations? And they said something like, something about reparations. We're only gonna get reparations if we have to be 100% black. I'm like, what? Because ain't none of us 100% nothing. I can promise you. Nobody's 100% nothing. So they need to figure out a different way. I mean, hell, give us all our money. But again, they so scared that if they did give us our reparations, they're so scared that we gonna come and take over and try and get out of our place. We're not concerned about y'all. Because listen, we've had plenty of times where we spent our money within each other and we had our own space, and y'all came and disturbed us, burning our stuff down several times because y'all just can't. Hell, the Indians too. That movie, I need to watch that movie. I haven't watched it already, where they basically went in and tried to kill off a whole race of people because they were in their land with the oil on it. Like, that race is disgusting. You know, I ain't talking about all white people at all. I'm just talking about y'all racist ones. Because and I don't even want to say that because that shit sound racist as hell too, because I got plenty of white friends. I do, though. But that sound racist as hell. But, honey, that I need y'all to understand y'all history. And that's why he want to take everything out the school. Because y'all, when they realized that this world was not built by these white men, honey, this lady said yesterday, I watched a video, she's like, I've been misinformed. She didn't even know, like, the truth. And she was saying when Christopher Columbus got here, she didn't even say Indian. She said when Christopher Columbus got here, it was people from Africa already here. So it's like, they killed me. Go back where you came from. Y'all ain't from here either. We're more from here than you are. So, let me calm down. I'm starting to sound like the angry black woman. You know, it's not that serious. No, it is that serious. So, make sure we are. Yeah, I just feel like, guys, make sure you're staying on top of your money. Make sure you're saving your money. And here's our fun fact. Did you know that in 1921, Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma had over 600 businesses, including banks, grocery stores, and even a hospital? Black economic power is nothing new. So let's keep building generational wealth. Okay? So, Black Wall Street again, we had our own stuff. They came over bothering us. And they couldn't stand it. And you know, they said, I was watching and was saying that we had been over there minding our business. We was over there minding our business. And then this one day, this black man went somewhere and he got into this elevator, but the lady operating the elevator was a white lady. And I want to say he said something to her or something like that. He tried to holler at her or something. You know, the typical stuff that them white girls used to always say that the black men wanted them. Meanwhile, we know who wanted who for real. And he probably blew her off, and she probably got pissed off. And she went and told somebody. Next thing you know, they just wanted a reason to come over there. And they came over there and burnt down. They came over there and burnt it down. They couldn't stand it. They couldn't stand to see us having our own shit. They couldn't stand it. They couldn't stand being in control, not being in control. They couldn't stand it, you know? So we got to really check ourselves, guys, and just make sure we are saving our money. Like, I would love to see, I see a lot of, if that's what y'all want to do, cool. I see a lot of sisters, like, spending money on surgeries. And that, like I said, if that's what you want to do it. But think about that money can be used to buy it could be a down payment for some property. All right? Like, go buy a condo somewhere. I mean, hell, buy a condo here. You know, go do something so your children can have something when you pass. Like my parents, the house we live in right now, my parents work for this. I watch my parents get up and go to work every single day for years. And well, it was our house before my mother passed. But you know, this is our house. This is our house because our parents worked for it. You know, so you know, I'm grateful that they left that to us. And now we're in the process of making generational wealth for our own children. Well, I don't have no children, but for my babies I didn't born, because you know, they know they're gonna be taken care of. So let's keep building that generational wealth. All right. What else do we have going on? Celebrity birthday today. We got one time for Roberta Flack. Happy birthday to her. Taurus, a financial opportunity may present itself, but think twice before making any big decisions. Trust your intuition, but also seek advice from someone you trust. Gemini, communication is key today. Our heartfelt conversation could lead to unexpected clarity in a personal, professional situation. Be open and honest. Cancer, you may feel extra sensitive today, but don't let emotions cloud your judgment. Take a step back before reacting. Balance will bring peace. Leo, your natural charisma is shining and people are drawn to your energy. Use this to your advantage in networking or romance endeavors. Virgo, a structured approach will help you get through the day efficiently. Focus on self-care and avoid overthinking, overloading yourself with tasks. Libra, a creative spark could lead to something exciting. Whether it's an artistic project or a fresh idea at work, don't be afraid to explore new opportunities. Scorpio, that's me, secrets may surface today. Be prepared to face them with courage and honesty. Clarity will bring relief. Okay, I'm waiting for that to come. Who's going to tell me a secret today? Adventure is calling. Whether it's a spontaneous trip or a new experience, say yes to something that excites your spirit. Capricorn, hard work is paying off, but don't let responsibilities overwhelm you. Set boundaries and take a well deserved break. Aquarius, new connections could bring valuable insights. Keep an open eye, open mind, and be ready to learn from unexpected sources. Pisces, your intuition is strong today. Trust it. A situation may not be what it seems, so take your time before making any decisions. All right, so let's talk about. Oh no, let me do a health fun fact. Did you know that Black Americans have lower rates of melanoma but higher risk of late stage diagnosis? Protect your skin in the even in the winter. So make sure you're wearing SPF, guys. All right, make sure you're wearing SPFs. And I remember one time, Porgy was going he was going crabbing, and I was like, you need to put some SPF on. This is years ago. I said, you need to put some SPF on. He was like, I don't need that. Black people don't need that. I said, oh, okay, okay. So the next day, guess who was walking around? He was like, walking around like. I was like, what's wrong? Why you feel like that? So now, of course, whenever he goes out in the sun, he be on the SPF, honey. He don't play no games. The sun is not racist, okay? So it will burn you. It burns anybody. So make sure you respect the sun and you wear your SPF. Now, I'm not even gonna tell a lie. I don't wear SPF like for those of you that know me, I go watch the sunrise and I go work out, do yoga and stuff at the beach early in the mornings. I don't wear SPF then only because the sun is not that strong, and we need our vitamin D, so it takes longer for the sun to penetrate our skin. So during the day, I mean during the morning time, I don't wear SPF. If I'm going to have a beach day, absolutely have on SPF. If I'm going out of the country, always SPF. I mean, even when I remember one time I was in Mexico, and we had this house, and I said, and this is when I was watching Game of Thrones, but I would go out, I'm up at the crack of dawn. I would go out like 5 o'clock in the morning, and sit by the pool and watch. It was a TV outside, so I watched that. Like I said, this is like 5 o'clock in the morning, so I watch the sunrise, and I would say like by the time by the sun comes up, you can't really see the TV anymore. So by that time, I would really like, okay, let me put the SPF on because the sun is coming up. So it'd be like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm putting SPF on. Do you know I still got burnt? Like that sun is out of country is different. So it burnt me like early. So make sure you are wearing your SPF, especially if you're going out of the country, because your skin does not know that sun. All right. So make sure you're wearing SPF. Um. Oh yeah. So let me see. So okay, let's talk about Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar in this halftime show. It's so many. I didn't even watch it last night. After I sat there and waited for it, I got tired of it something else. I didn't even watch it last night. I watched it. Oh, I got up on YouTube to watch it this morning. So, one time for Kendrick Lamar. I mean, I love the show. I love that he had Uncle Sam out there talking real slick. I love that he brought Serena out because they're from the same town. I love that he had SZA come out and with him. I love that song him and SZA has. I feel like overall it was a good show. They say he was saying some other slick stuff, and like basically Drake is probably like somewhere like sad. But listen, Drake gotta be somewhere sad anyway because this man won a Grammy for bombing the shit out of him. He won a Grammy. Like Drake, you shouldn't be saying nothing. Don't say anything. Don't. Cause he definitely won that war. He won the battle and the war. Yeah. So man, he won a whole Grammy for this song. And you know what's messed up too? I know he was pretty upset about that because, I mean, hell, he got hella Grammys though. How many Grammys he got? He got like, Alexa, how many Grammys does Kendrick Lamar have?
According to another Amazon customer, Kendrick Lamar has won 12 Grammy Awards.
He has 12 Grammy Awards. 12 Grammy Awards. He's so socially conscious. I love it. I love it. But yeah. So he won another Grammy for dissing somebody. I mean, hell, it's been diss tracks for years, but ain't none of them won no Grammy. So, but yeah. So the game is good. Again, one time to the Eagles, they spanked their ass. At least the Chiefs came back and got some points. At least. But honey, that first half was like, ooh, that first half was pretty sad. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. So, but let me see. I want to go over some highlights. I didn't put anything a topic because I just felt like we had so much history to talk. Okay, so here's something about Eartha Kitt. It's an interesting fact. It's not a fun fact. But Eartha Kitt was conceived by rape and born on a cotton plantation. She spoke 5 languages and sang in seven recorded one of the greatest Christmas songs, Santa Baby. I love that song. But listen, this is I hate that she was raped, conceived and raped, but this is an awesome people a lot of times use situations like this as a crutch. Oh, what was me? Oh, I can't be this or I can't be that because, my parents were this and my parents were that and so on and so forth. But it's like, listen, if this is, it don't get any doper than this, that she took that situation and used it as a gasoline to become greatness. So regardless to what you have been through, and listen, I can promise y'all, every single one of us, especially at the age I'm 49. You can't get to 49 without something traumatic hurting you but it's like, you can't sit through life and just act like you're the only one who's been through something and just like, what was me? Like, again, we're very resilient. So whatever your problem is, snap out of it and use it as gasoline to be better. We're gonna highlight Ronald McNair, a Lake City, South Carolina native and the second African American in space. McNair was aboard the Challenger space shuttle when it exploded in 1986. Oh, wow. He always credited his South Carolina roots and HBC education for his successful career as an astronaut and a physicist. We have Greenwood Modern Finance. The co-founders are Killer Mike, Ambassador Andrew Young, and Ryan Glover. They're bringing us banking the Greenwood way. So this is going to be a black MasterCard debit card. You're going to earn 4.5 APY on savings, get paid up to 2 days early, no overdraft. Oh, I love that. No overdraft or hidden fees. No minimum balance. That overdraft, I love that no overdraft situation because they out of control with the overdraft fees. Over 55,000 free ATMs, purchase protection, identity theft protection, and zero liability for unauthorized purchases. Travel and lifestyle perks. So, they're saying that Greenwood is not a financial technology company. It's a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services are provided by Coastal Community Bank as a member of FDIC. So your money's going to be insured up to $250,000 per depositor. So that's really good. I think I'm definitely going to have to go with them. GoGreenwood.com. So yeah, Greenwood Modern Finances. If you look up anything with Killer Mike, because he is part of it. So I love that. A moment in Black history. It didn't happen today. When we had the tugboat, when we was hitting people with chairs and stuff like that, that was such a great, that is when I feel like, well, of course, I didn't feel like, that's when white folks fucked around and found out. They found out that day that we are our ancestors in a better version. We don't have to tolerate the stuff that our ancestors went through, and they're realizing it now that, don't. Okay? I had to tell one of them who came on my post one time, I said something like, girl, you don't want that sauce. I'm going to say whatever I want on this page. Delete me. Because I'm going to say whatever I want to say. I don't care. Please. What you think? I'm going to sit down? Girl, bye. These people, they get out of pocket. They get out of pocket. Oh, we also have. Oh no, come here back. Where did I go? Oh, that was my story. Oh, the first artist to design a Super Bowl logo and theme is a black woman. One time for her. Oh, you signed up for that? Okay, I love that. You signed up for the Greenwood, Tracy. Oh, I'm trying to use my mouse over there. I love that. Um, we also have on this day in 1986, Debbie Thomas became the first black woman to win a national figure skating title. One time for her. I hate that my shit ain't working here. I don't know why. Willie Thrower, a real life trailblazer. In 1953, he became the first black quarterback to play in the NFL, in a modern NFL, stepping in for the Chicago Bears. Okay. And back then they wasn't trying to see any quarterback, any black quarterbacks, because again, they didn't think that we was smart enough to be a quarterback. Meanwhile, like, please. Y'all know we smart enough. They just hate it. They hate, like, I don't understand why they hate us so much. Y'all bothered us. Okay, now we're here. Being all excellent and fabulous. Also we have, oh yeah, I already read that tell you about concussions. Oh, Sister Rosetta Tharpe is credited as the godmother of rock and roll, a black woman who forged her own sound in male-dominated industry. One time for her. Okay? I never even heard of her. I'm telling y'all, this black history is blackity black, okay? Legendary Hank Aaron. Okay, let me see. What he talking about? Oh, they have a picture of him sitting in a gas station 1 week before he broke Babe Ruth's record, home run record. Okay, I want to give a shout out to, his name is Carl Allenby. He was a auto mechanic for 25 years, and then he became a doctor at 51. So listen, we are filled with greatness. There's no excuse, guys. And this is just what I was saying to last week for reinventing ourselves. Please don't feel like you have to stay in wherever you are, especially if you're unhappy. You get one time to do this. One time. One time. You don't want to spend this being unhappy. You got one time to do it. In this life, you could do, I mean, of course you can do with anything within reason. You can do anything you want. And the minute we realize that, how much doper things are. All right. Who else we want to shout out? Oh, the Sugar Shack. And if we watch Good Times, we already know about that famous painting that JJ always painted. But let me see. Ernie Barnes, 1976 painting The Sugar Shack captures the vibrant energy of dance hall in mid-20th century North Carolina. This iconic artwork, featuring Barnes' signature elongated figures, gained widespread recognition as the cover art for Marvin Gaye's album I Want You. I didn't know that. And in the closing credits of the TV show Good Times. Yes, we knew that. Barnes, a former professional football player, I didn't know that, turned artist, drew inspiration from his experiences growing up in segregated South. In 2022, the Sugar Shack sold for an impressive $15.3 million at an auction. Isn't that dope? $15.3 million. I love it. I love it. I didn't know it was cover art for him. What was I reading yesterday too? Oh fuck, who was that? Oh, Billy D. Williams. Did y'all know that he's an artist first? Like he wants his legacy to be that he was an artist first and then an actor. I never knew that. We have so much history, guys. Oh, this is,
Most of us learned
I
a
like this.
distorted history of slavery in school.
This is the white lady.
So as white Americans, most of us don't realize our connection to it. Here's a quick rundown of historical facts I had not been taught. That the North was deeply implicated, that slavery was legal in northern states for over 200 years, that Northerners up and down the economic spectrum made their livings in businesses tied to slave trade and slavery, that Northern mills processed cotton harvested by enslaved people. The Midwest and the West were implicated. They grew food to feed the South, where land was devoted to cash crops like cotton, harvested by the enslaved. Consumers throughout the country were implicated in their everyday purchases of clothing, coffee, sugar, rice, tobacco. People who immigrated from Europe after slavery were implicated. I have Irish, French, and German immigrant ancestors who came to the United States in the 19th century, worked in factories, struggled, but they were given access to the American dream. Why were waves of immigrants flocking here? Because it was the land of opportunity. Why was the economy booming? Why were there jobs? Because it had been built largely on unpaid labor. Once here, European immigrants got to systematically leapfrog over black families with devastating consequences up to the present day. So slavery built the nation.
Thank you, Miss White Lady. I appreciate her for that. I love when white people use their platform to really put their folks out there. I love it. I really respect that. Hey, Cool Daddy. I love that. And that's what, you know, that's what, if you're a white person who is woke, that's what you do. You definitely use your platform to, like, shout out these races. It was another one too. It was another one. Oh, this one. Y'all listen to this.
My poem is titled White Boy Privilege. Dear women, I'm sorry. Dear black people, I'm sorry. Dear Asian Americans, dear Native Americans, dear immigrants who come here seeking a better life, I'm sorry. Dear everyone who isn't a middle or upper class white boy, I'm sorry. I have started life at the top of a ladder while you were born on the first rung. I say now that I would change places with you in an instant, but if given the opportunity, would I? Probably not, because to be honest, being privileged is awesome. I'm not saying that you and me on different rungs of the ladder is how I want it to stay. I'm not saying that any part of me has for a moment even liked it that way. I'm just saying that I fucking love being privileged and I'm not ready to give that away. I love it because I can say fucking and not one of you is attributing that to the fact that everyone in my skin color has a dirty mouth. Everyone in my skin color has a dirty mouth. I love it because I don't have to spend an hour every morning putting on makeup to meet other people's standards. I love it because I can worry about what kind of food is on my plate instead of whether or not there will be food on my plate. I love it because when I see a police officer, I see someone who's on my side. To be honest, I'm scared of what it would be like if I wasn't on the top rung, if the tables were turned and I didn't have my white boy privilege safety blanket to protect me. If I lived a life lit by what I lack, not what I have, if I lived a life in which when I failed, the world would say, told you so. If I lived the life that you live. When I was born, I had a success story already written for me. You were given a pen and no paper. I've always felt that that's unfair, but I've never dared to speak up because I've been too scared. Well, now I realize that there's enough blankie to be shared. Everyone should have the privileges that I have. In fact, they should be rights instead. Everyone's story should and feel like that could be me one day. Because of my race, I can eat at a fancy restaurant without the waitstaff expecting me to steal the silverware. Thanks to my parents' salary, I go to a school that brings my dreams closer instead of pushing them away. Dear white boys, I'm not sorry. I don't care if you think the feminists are taking over the world, but the Black Lives Matter movement has gotten a little too strong because that's bullshit. I get that change can be scary, but equality shouldn't be. Hey, white boys, it's time to act like a woman, to be strong and make a difference. It's time to let go of that fear. It's time to take that ladder and turn it into a bridge.
Honey, that little boy, I sent that. I have a couple white boys that I know, and they don't understand that, like, they don't realize that white privilege. I'm like, oh, I'm not racist. I'm like, y'all, it's not being racist, and they are low key racist. They don't know that either. They don't. And some people are racist and they don't even know it, and they don't even mean to be. Just because they have grown up with white privilege, it's just inherent in them. But this little boy, I want to give a shout out to his parents, because it sounded like he grew up with parents like how I was. Like, his parents is probably whole hippies. Probably like his parents was probably raised by some freedom fighters. So, but again, this is how you use your white privilege, just like that, putting the white history on blast, just like that. I love it, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up, ending with that, because it's just about an hour. I didn't realize that, and I know you guys got stuff to do. And I really appreciate you joining in with me today. Please go like and subscribe to Time Out with Kisei, Time Out with Kisei and Rodney. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube. I want to go ahead and upload this so you guys can watch it. And you guys have a great day. I really appreciate y'all being here and hanging out with me. All right. Peace out. All right, guys. So I ended it live over there. And that's it.